Volume11music.com. BigMex here. BigMex and Jamie show.
I'm Jamie.
Yes, of course you are. What's going on?
Oh, man. Full disclosure, I just got off work.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a long day, but I was looking forward to this all day long.
Were you?
I was actually looking forward to seeing you, BigMex.
Okay, reason?
It's been a while. I mean, when I say a while, I mean like 5 days, but still, you know, it's
I saw you on Tuesday, less than that.
Oh, shit, we did see each other on Tuesday. Never mind. I just changed my mind. I would like to leave right now, but I think I'm stuck.
Where are we right now?
We're at PT's. We're at PT's, the Foothills location. This is
Wait, stop. We talked about this, the Foothills location. Even though it is titled the Foothills location,
I was getting there.
People will get confused and think it's we're in Henderson.
I know. I was getting there, though.
Jamie.
You know, the people in the know, they know that the Foothills location is on Trop.
Okay.
And Fort Apache?
But you got to consider that not everybody's in the know.
I was getting there. I really was. Somebody. I don't want to name any names, but it's the other guy in this podcast. Kind of just cut me off.
Yeah, well,
it was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Well, it was.
But yeah, this is PT's. This is my hangout, my neighborhood hangout, and some good food, some nice happy hour prices.
I like the beer.
I know, huge beers for happy hour prices here.
I always like beer.
I know you do.
I don't drink so much, but
when somebody gives you a beer though, you don't seem to have a problem.
When somebody offers a beer, you definitely take it.
Oh yeah,
even
if you don't drink that much.
Yeah, we're actually going in. We're going in dry.
Yes,
tonight, because usually we sit and we chat about at least 30, 45 minutes on what we're gonna.
We talk longer about what we're gonna talk about than what we actually talk about sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sign of good show prep.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if you've listened to our show, you realize seriously they do talk about it beforehand.
It doesn't sound like this.
It.
Yeah, I just want to say this. When I got here, I was setting up, and your lovely wife Bran is over there, and her friend Keisha. And
oh boy!
And the wonderful waitress that was here, Carrie,
yes,
was sitting over here, and I could not set up because I was so entertained by their conversation.
Traumatized or entertained?
Both.
Okay,
it's kind of one and the same as far as that's concerned, and it just I don't. How can I say this? My wife's sister, whom I don't really get along with, when she used to go to therapy.
Full disclosure.
Whatever. I'm not going to say her name. She mentioned that her therapist said that men's brains are like waffles, very compartmental.
Right.
That's why we need to have one thought. We're working on one thing at a time. Women's brains are like spaghetti. Everything is touching each other.
36 different directions.
Yes, 36 million different directions. And that women's brains are also, imagine a whole bunch of tabs opened up on your browser.
Okay. So, I mean, it's like that men are from penis and women are from anus or something like that. Some kind of book that came out. Yeah. So that's what I got it from. But but
it was
we make it work,
nonetheless,
though.
huh?
We make it work.
Yeah.
We as in my wife and I.
Oh, you guys are perfect.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You guys are
much.
perfect.
I'd like
you
to
are
think so.
Such the bitch, though. We'll be honest, just a little bit.
No, you don't know that. You don't know
I
that.
am too.
You don't know.
But I have become the bitch in my house to a degree.
There you go. I knew that's why you and I get along so well, more and more.
Yeah, I just like to keep all my stuff whole and not halved.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's all right.
Whatever. Anyway, so what are you music? What's going on?
Oh, music. I mean, since we are going in dry this time with no lube whatsoever, I've been listening to a new album by a band that's been around forever, and they're called Bobaflex. Do you remember Bobaflex?
It sounds familiar.
I mean, cool, kind of a cool name, but they've been around for a long time, and they kind of they're barely on the line of being more of a heavy rock band versus kind of like a, I don't know, cock rock band. And they put out a new album that I don't think it's actually out yet, but it's called Anything That Moves. And I kind of find it funny that it's ATM is actually the initials of that.
Ass to mouth?
Exactly. So I wonder if they have a sense of humor. I think it's a great album.
Yeah.
Like, this is their best album they've ever done. So anybody who hasn't heard, or maybe I've heard them in the past, Bobaflex, check out this album. I think you're going to really dig it.
By the way, volume11music.com is actually up and kind of it's running now. Before it was, since we did some changing, it was kind of down for a little while. We weren't able to share any content. We are now able to share content. If you go to our Facebook page, there are links posted up there from the comic book rack, Anna.
Yes.
And there's also stuff on there, new music. We're going to start posting a new music thing whenever something comes out. Today's Friday. Today is new music.
Yeah, we want
Friday.
you to be able to find new music when it comes out. And, I mean, again, the whole point of Volume 11 isn't to tell you when the new Nickelback album comes out.
Yeah.
It's to tell you when the new Bobaflex album comes out. You're like,
Exactly.
oh, I've heard them before. We want to give exposure to bands that don't already have it built into their contracts.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it, I think.
there you
And
go.
that's where I want to go with
I
that.
mean, we posted the new Lamb of God.
Oh, sure.
Embers, which is phenomenal.
We're still going to post stuff that we love.
Yeah, Chino from Deftones is actually featured on that track. The new Ghost from the Pinnacle to the
Pit?
Pulpit, the Pinnacle to the Pit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one also. And I'm more convinced now that they just change out
They swap members within the band.
within the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, each band member will be an emeritus.
I actually had something on that. I was reading an article about where they kind of get their style from, and I thought it was pretty interesting. The stylist who has designed their outfits and their look is actually the same stylist that works with Madonna and Beyonce.
I believe that.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, this is more of a collaborative effort than I ever thought before.
Yeah.
So it kind of maybe takes away from the fact that maybe they're not like an underground metal band or anything like that. That they're more of a thought out property.
You know what I think is just like country artists. Or a rock artist, they'll take the country route to get some sort of notoriety,
Yeah.
and then kind of do some rock stuff on the side. That's since you brought that up.
Yeah.
To me, that's what it seems like anyway.
Yeah, it's
like we taking this job with Madonna and Beyonce because they're Madonna and Beyonce, and we're gonna make a shit ton of money.
right.
But our heart is a little bit.
That's
dark.
what it seems like. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, that's where I kind of got from the article was that the person who's doing it, that stylist, seems like this is much more his angle, his passion, is this type of music and this type of look. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool, actually. I have no problem with that.
The members, and I can't think of what their names are.
The Faceless Schools?
The Nameless Ghouls.
Nameless Schools, yeah.
Nameless Ghouls are actually they actually have masks.
Yeah, I like their look a lot more this time.
And Papa Emeritus III does not have
Face
a
paint.
mask. It's face paint.
And you can
So-
see his face. I mean, it's like if you just took the paint away,
Yeah.
you can see his face really well.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's nobody I'm necessarily recognizing. So.
I don't care. I don't care to know
Yeah.
who they are. Then that's fine with me that they don't want to be known.
I think they're getting better and better.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, actually, about the thought, or Kerry King saying that he loves him, and it's like I like their music more now than I did before.
They have
their
a harder
look I
edge
loved,
to them.
but now they're getting a little bit more contemporary, and that's
Yeah.
more my style.
Yeah.
God, what else we got? Let's jump around a little bit. I mean, not like House Pain jump
Yeah.
around, but
Why not?
let's jump around.
Like
we
crisscross
could.
jump around?
We could. Ooh,
More like crisscross?
jump. Wayward Pines. Did you watch the last episode?
No, I have not. I started to watch it today, and I actually fell into my nap. And that's
Oh.
why I was late today.
You mean your pre-podcast nap?
Yeah.
Which we do appreciate, because otherwise he falls asleep halfway through. Again, that show's on its way to being my favorite show of the year.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
More than Flash?
it's such a different show that I don't have to compare the two. This is a 10-part miniseries that is only going to be that. They actually I read this today that they confirmed that it's only going to be one season. That's is
good.
It.
I'm kind of
If
glad.
they do come back, it could very well be like a completely different story, kind of what they do with American Horror Story and stuff like that, which is fine by me. But this era will end after the next episode next week. So
Nice.
I love the way it's going because it twists and turns. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. And
I'm not going to say anything. I can't because I'll give it away.
Yeah, no. I really like Carla Gugino.
I think everybody does.
Yeah. I asked when we were watching, because my wife was really into it, and I asked her, I said, do you know who that is? And she kind of looked, and she's pretty good at, recognizing actors and stuff like that. She's like, no. I said, that's the chick from The Son-in-Law, the blonde. Oh,
I surprise a lot of people when I tell them that. They're like, that's her? Because she looks, I mean, her whole, everything changed somewhere down the line. Like her body shape, her everything. Not so much plastic surgery.
For the good.
For the good, but she was like a kind of a beanpole girl before. And then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada bang. You know, that's what happened there. And yes, I just said bada bing, bada bang because I can. What else we got? I watched Ted 2.
And?
About 6 or 8 really good laughs, like laugh out loud.
Yeah.
The rest was kind of like, been there, done that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the best movie in the world, but
What was your thought on the when Ted referred to him as one of the Kardashians?
that was actually one of the laugh out louds for me. I thought that was pretty good. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was like really, that was my, did he really just go there?
I thought that was pretty good because it's so contemporary. You know what I mean? Like this is happening right now. Let's go after him. But I mean, I don't know. I can go on a soapbox if I wanted about this whole Rolling Stone cover thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of talked about that, but I think it's just like,
really? In this, and I'm all about, not having people like that on the cover of Rolling Stone. But to me, nobody said anything when Snooki was on the cover of Rolling Stone.
You reminded me of that.
And that's when Rolling Stone jumped the shark. I was like, really? You have nobody else better to put on the cover than fucking Snooki.
I was trying to look for a redeeming quality of why she might be on there.
Yeah.
Like maybe she sings.
Who's, Snooki or Kardashian?
Oh. And I'm like, there is nothing. So I was looking for something to say like, well, they did it because of this. I mean, there's nothing. I mean,
yeah.
But, I mean, Rolling Stone's doing what they can to sell copies. They have Kim Kardashian there with her boobs sticking out. I mean, they know they're going to sell a couple extra copies because of that. And they're one of the few still in print U.S. magazines. So they're going to do what they do.
Speaking of print magazines, what did you think of the Amy Schumer GQ?
The better question is, what did you think of
it?
Because I mean, if anybody's been watching our Facebook page, Mex has been definitely pumping out the pictures of Amy Schumer from that GQ Star Wars.
Man, I'll be honest.
He has two of the things that he loves the most, which is girls with boobs.
What girl? Even if they're A cups, they're still
right. Girls with boobs and Star Wars.
You know what? But Amy Schumer is not just your regular chick. She is definitely the foul mouth. I will do. Yeah, she's awesome, isn't she?
She is awesome.
She's
Keisha just spoke up and she approves. See, that's what's cool about Amy Schumer is the girls like her too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have that. You have like that. Oh, I don't like her. She's gross. But I started watching her show just a couple days ago because I wanted to see what the hype was all about.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, if you watch that show, the first couple episodes, they have one episode with, oh, God, what's it called? See, I'm going to forget what it was.
I haven't seen the show yet.
You really haven't?
No,
okay,
really
so there's this one that's, instead of Hooters, it's Nuts, basically. So
okay.
It's like, Nuts or something like that is a restaurant. And so the guys walk around in tight leotards with their nuts hanging out, kind of.
Yeah.
And so every time they talk to you, they like set them on the table, set them on your shoulder. It's actually it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
no,
if you like nuts.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I like mine. Amy, when I first got wind of Amy Schumer, she was doing a roast of I want to say Flavor Flav, and she was so foul and disgusting and just like, I'm a chick and I'm going to fuck your world up type thing. That's when I was like, oh my God, she is awesome, right? And then, so that's when I felt first,
Fell
for her, yeah. And but this, I mean, to me, she's just fucking hot.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
she's not really one of those
she's
hot.
not.
She's not one of those like 10 model type hot, but she's like this dirty, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
She's confident.
Yeah, she's confident and hot, and that along with dressing up like Princess Leia. That's pretty much every geek's male
right
geek's
there,
fantasy right there. Yeah. Yeah. So
she's like one of those people that's like the confidence that she excludes makes her sexy that way. Because I mean, even she pokes fun at herself because in that show again, there's an episode where she's a top secret spy, and the one guy gets all the great jobs and the cool code name, and she's Agent Butterface, and so it's like every time they say that name, you just see her face, and it's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. So she kind of is in on the joke a little bit there. But I want to see that movie. She just Trainwreck.
Yeah,
So that should
the
be
one with LeBron James.
LeBron James, Bill Hader, and it's directed by Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a cool movie to check out. I think I might go see it for the sake of this podcast.
Yeah.
And that way I can report back.
Yeah. That's good. I might have to buy a copy of GQ for the sake of this
Oh,
podcast.
jeez. Maybe buy two. Let's just put it that way.
So go ahead.
Yeah, one for each room in the house. You got some. I mean, like right now, we're doing this. You got some stuff coming up this weekend, I believe. I think actually we both have some stuff coming up here, and we're gonna be covering shows.
Yeah.
What do we got?
I can't do anything on Saturday because I'm going to the dentist.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're going to be at least hearing about it.
Yeah,
So we're sending
some. Oh, you're going to you're going to Corey
Yeah,
Taylor.
so I'm going to convey the information to you. I'm not going to have time because I am also going the next night to Hawthorne Heights and Sleepwave over at the Bunkhouse.
Yeah.
And so you're going to go ahead and put out the info about Corey, who's doing his solo acoustic tour in support of his new book.
And I heard he's supposed to be doing some book reading, some reading of passages.
I heard that.
That sounds
too.
very religious.
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a kind of a religious experience
for some.
But I heard some of the covers he's going to be playing are pretty awesome too.
The guy plays amazing covers. I personally went to see him over at Body English, and he did She from Green Day, which was great. And he kind of, because it was during the GNR first residency, or if there was a second one, I don't remember, where he kind of slammed Axl without naming Axl's name. So I'll post the link to the video.
I don't think he's worried about slamming Axl anymore.
I don't think he is.
After the last couple of days.
I haven't read anything.
I called him a douchebag.
Really? Well,
he pretty much, somebody got him started. I think it was, I don't know what show it was, maybe Opie show, but they asked him a question about Axl or Guns N' Roses, and Corey was just like, man, for his fans to be dumbasses and want to wait 3 hours for him to play,
yeah, I don't get that.
Let
either.
it be okay. And then some fan called in and was defending Axl. Corey called him a douchebag and was like, I love Guns N' Roses music. I love them. I'd love to see the band get back together and this and that. But if you're going to be a douchebag, Axl, and show up 3 hours late for every show, nobody's going to want to be in a band with you.
Yeah.
And so that's latest on Corey being in the news. Corey's done a good job about keeping his name out there lately.
Well, they're fixing the Slipknot tour with Bullet for My Valentine and
Lamb of God.
And I think
Motionless
in White is going to be starting up tomorrow or tonight, actually.
It starts any minute, and then it's hitting Vegas at the end of August. So.
Exactly. So
we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there.
Oh, hell yeah.
What else we got? I'm there's stuff that I want to talk about, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Just
I know. I'm trying to give you some. I'm trying to feed you some of the stuff for this dry run we're doing here.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, there's a little bit of gossip. What do you think of the Danzig situation with
that's what I was going to talk to you about.
Who decided to get in his face?
First, before I say that, let me preface this. The last time I went to a Danzig show, I was there to report and to review the show. So I took my cell phone camera out and I snapped a couple of pictures at the House of Blues from the stage right bar. So the first bar when you walk in, if you're in Vegas, and I was just standing there, and you can't get phenomenal pictures from that
anywhere.
Not from anywhere, but from that distance. So I took a couple, and before I say that, I actually know a really good friend of mine used to be security for Danzig, head of security for Danzig, real good friend of mine.
Okay,
and the guy that was there this time. He stopped as I was taking picture, and he goes, "You got to put that fucking camera away now." And I'm like, "What?" And I look, you know me, dude.
Yeah, nobody talks to Mex that way.
And that's just that. You shouldn't talk to anybody that way.
Right.
And I said, "What?" I said, "Look, dude." I said, "You need to let me do my job. You do your job." And he didn't like that so much. So he stood there in my face, and my buddy, who used to be head of security, walks up, whispers something to that guy's ear, and he goes, "I don't give a fuck." And my buddy kind of said, "Let's just go. Let's go." And he looked over at me. He goes, "Don't worry about it." He goes, just be cool." I'm like, "All right, cool. No worries, I ain't going to let nobody talk to me that way." And the guy, the head of security was running his gums as he was walking away. I'm like,
whatever.
Go on. Just go on.
Wow.
So that was my situation with Danzig and his no camera policy. Well, this guy that got put in a headlock had already been arrested on charges of what was it? He was the guy who threw powdered sugar at Adam Levine at the Jimmy Kimmel event.
Yep.
So he deserved to get what he got.
Yeah.
Because of his past. Danzig, on the other hand, just seems to me like he wants to fight. And he's picking on the wrong people. He's going to, apparently, it's already been seen millions of times, apparently he picked the wrong fight with one person already. There's going to come a time when he's going to pick the fight with the wrong person again, and he's going to get fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously fucked up. He's an old man. He may be big and buff, but he is an old man, and he is, let him put me in a headlock.
Oh, yeah. I understand, like, there's a fine line between, like, hey, be respectful. I prefer if you don't take pictures at my show. Cool. But to be such a dick about it. You know, when I saw him at Knotfest, I brought this up before. He, of course, couldn't do it there. I mean, it was just too big of a show.
Yeah.
So I was taking pictures left and right. But I understand to an extent. I really do. Like some of these artists where you look out. If I was on stage and I looked out and there was a sea of video screens looking at me, it would probably piss me off to a point.
Yeah.
But, especially a guy who's been doing it for 35, 40 years, he should be a little bit more like, okay, at least people are coming to my show.
Yeah. You don't see Tommy Lee jump as much as he hates camera, and I get it. I hate seeing somebody's cell phone camera in front of me the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
It's all right to take a few pictures here and there, maybe take a 14-second Vine, 14-second Instagram video. That's cool. Put the shit away afterwards.
It's annoying for everybody,
too.
It's not just the artist up on stage. It's actually about the guy standing behind you, like me, who's 5'7" and can't see shit because you have a camera right in front of my face.
This is maybe a little kind of a life hack. When you're recording, if you're fucking going to record the whole fucking show, do everybody else a fucking favor and turn down the brightness of your phone.
Well, that too.
Just do that.
Yeah.
That's better than, at least having it full bright. And sometimes I'm watching a concert through this person's screen. In fact, whenever I go shoot shows sometimes, I'll actually try to shoot somebody's cell phone camera.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I've seen you actually do that before.
Yeah, and just to get, just kind of...
Well, the way I see it is...
sign of the times, I guess.
If you're going to shoot a whole show, get there early enough where you're right at the front of the stage and set your camera up where you can shoot the whole show with the camera sitting on the stage looking up. I've done that before. You just set the camera down and you have a fly on the wall look to it. It looks cool. Doesn't get in anybody's way. If you're right in the front, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that has a camera right in front of everybody else's shot.
There's tricks to doing it also.
Yeah,
I mean,
but nobody, people think differently, and you have a lot of different cooks in that kitchen.
Yeah, and you know what? Another trick is if you don't have to hold it all the way straight up.
Yeah,
you don't have to hold it above your head. If you hold it eye level to your face and kind of just tilt it back, you get the same shot as if it's straight up. You even probably get a better shot. Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you're guilty of one of these things, just keep in mind the people behind you.
Yeah, don't be that guy. I mean, it's like I don't know. We actually, I think if we remember, we should do a whole show on concert etiquette.
You know what? Fun. I've actually done one before, and it was with who did I do it? It was Blas Elias was one of them,
really?
And Jason Hook was the other one, and it was Scotty Griffin from LA Guns.
Oh, okay.
And it was a pretty good conversation. We should actually do something like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
that would be fun. I will say, just throw it out there. Blas Elias is probably one of the nicest rock guys I've ever met.
Yes,
and I mean that. And I've said that about other people.
And most humble.
The guy knew my name.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how do you know my name? Did you study up before you know? You knew my name. So I just want to say, he was, growing up, Blas Elias was awesome, and he was a drummer for Slaughter. And then to meet him later on and he knows my name, that was one of the best things.
We're actually from the same neighborhood in Houston.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Northside Houston.
And so you're from the wrong side of the tracks, and he's from the right side?
No, he's actually from the wrong side of the tracks also.
Well, there you go.
You believe it or not, like there was a big, not to go off subject, but that's what I do. There was riots at the big, huge park right there by where he lived at.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the 70s, I think it was. So, great guy. And it was funny because when one of my coworkers passed away about 5 years ago, Mike Collada from The Point, he actually hit me up and was like, "Hey, man, I heard one of your guys passed away, and I'm sorry to hear that." I had never spoken. I never messaged the guy ever.
That's exactly the kind of guy he is.
And that's the kind of guy
he's one of the nice guys.
I'll send an invite out to him and see what.
Yeah, I mean, he's around a lot, so never know.
If he's not too busy running marathons and what are those Spartan races?
He does the Blue Man Group still. Doesn't he?
He's still in Blue Man Group. Yeah, definitely. So
he's a busy man.
Yeah.
What else we got going on here? So let's go the other direction. Sebastian Bach.
Oh my God.
So I actually thought about doing an RSVP for you because Sebastian, where it came out first that he was saying that he was going to charge money to go to his wedding.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, I'm not going to charge money to go to the wedding. I'm charging to go to the reception. So, Max, if you want to go to the reception for him and his new bride, $300.
That's not too bad. I'd go to reception.
But it's Sebastian Bach, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you know what? Let's talk about this. Let's play a song first, and I'll give you my opinion here in a little bit.
All right. So this is a song. This is a band called Fire from the Gods. They just got added to Knotfest. So if you're going to Knotfest, it's the Headbang for the Highway stage. This is a song called Eat. They're from Austin, Texas.
Nice. ATX in the house.
I think you're gonna dig this. Fire from the Gods. Eat.
There you go. Right here on volume11music.com, the Big Mex and Jamie Show.
Growing up, I never had much, but I go around using this shit as a crutch. No matter what, my mama did everything she could. She came from nothing and that's something that I understood. That's why I got a lot of passion in everything I do. That's why I make my moves. Keep it in mind that I got no room to slide, but nobody else makes sense. I'm on my grind, I put in my mind that I'm fine. There's no need for error or but decline, you're behind. If you think I'm scared of failure, you're blind. I'm never riding the bind, I rightfully take the spot. So I eat like it's a feast. I'll do on the plate cause I'm a beast. So if it's beef, I highly advise that it cease. I guarantee that you fools will never stop me. I come in peace, but I play for keeps. Look at yourself, you play the victim. You can't admit that you've created this life you live. I hope you hear what I'm saying now. But why the fuck are you standing with your hand out? I use my mind to suck up knowledge like a shower. I've come from nothing so I've grown into a man now. And if I lose, I won't from nothing. I might be in a bad luck, yeah, I might be bad. I might take down my shoes cause I won't have the king. But don't think for a second that I'm gonna quit. Work! I paid my dues, I'm paying that work. This song's for anyone that ever had to grind for their own fate. Working 15-hour shifts with a smile on their face. Look at yourself, you play the victim. You can't admit that you've created this life you live. You mean to tell me this is who you wanna be? Too blind, too lost. Are you gonna save yourself? Get up or shut up. Get up or shut up. Nothing to wait, I wanna be great, so you late. There's no room for error or a mistake, I'm okay. I might have a couple scars and some scrapes, but I will do what it takes, all for the dues that I pay. So I work until it hurts, I would have my boots up in the dirt. For what it's worth, that's whether I'm not someone first. So whether you wear a pants or a skirt, make sure you put your all in for show. I'm on my grind trying to hate. Look at yourself, you play the victim. You can't admit that you've created this life you live. You mean to tell me this is who you wanna be? Too blind, too lost. Are you gonna save yourself? I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but you ain't going full throttle. Your excuses are hollow. I know it feel good when somebody tell you that the situation you in ain't your fault. You want it bad? Get up off your feet! If you wanna be the best, I don't know about you, but I want success. Stay focused every time you get your payout. That's yours cause you paid your debt. Protected, watch out how you pay this wrong. These fucks are not your friends. You got your better boy, keep your head up cause that's all you need. Take it up again. Get up and give up and stop again.
Volume11music.com, Big Mex here. It's the Big Mex and Jamie Show.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Big Mex, of course. So I just want to say thank you for turning me on to Sloppy Tots.
I know. And I want to thank my wife, Brandy, for turning me on to Sloppy Tots. I mean, this is like it's a phenomenon here over at PT's.
Yes, PT's, the corner of Fort Apache and Tropicana.
Yeah, it's awesome. Sloppy Tots, you have a happy hour. Goes every day from 5 to 7, I believe it is. And you get some really cheap beers and half-price pizzas and a bunch of $5 appetizers. Check it out.
Yeah, and especially on a Friday, that does it right. And especially on a Friday before you go to a concert, because I'm going to go to a show tonight.
Yeah, you're going to go to a show.
I'm going to go see Damaged Inc. and Just Like Priest. a couple of cover bands. It's a free show over at Vamped. It's going to be a good time. You should come out. You and the wife should come out.
Are you talking to me or the listener?
I'm talking to you, the listener, and to you.
I'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
I really want to see Damage Inc.
Damage Inc. is
I'd
really
like
good.
to see Damage Inc. because hopefully we can make that happen. So I'll report on that on the next exciting episode of the Big Mex and Jamie show.
Yes, definitely.
We'll find out what happens. So
we were talking about Sebastian Bach.
we were.
Yeah. I honestly don't see anything wrong with charging people $300 to come to the reception. Believe it or not. And I'm one of the ones that's like, fuck that.
You know, when you charge people a bunch of money to get your autograph at shows, which all the bands these days do,
or just for a
what's
meet and
the
greet.
difference?
But with a meet and greet, you sometimes you get like really cool swag, wallets, backpacks, all kinds of stuff, autograph stuff. But a lot of those bands only charge like $150, and that's for the whole band.
Right. I mean, you got to think about that. It's like most bands have to do VIP deals because they don't make the money from the album sales anymore.
That's their nut right there.
So fans have to understand that, hey, if you're going to download the album, you do know that you should buy a T-shirt at the show, do those things.
Yeah.
Go to the shows, number one.
Definitely, without a doubt.
For Sebastian Bach to charge $300 to go to his wedding reception, you know what? Nobody's going to make you go. Nobody's going to say, like, oh, you have to go to this reception. So what? I mean, it's kind of like a concert after his wedding. I mean, I'm sure he'll probably sing at this.
And
thing.
he may have some fucking guest appearances.
like not Rachel Bolan,
not Rachel,
but
not Skid Row.
I don't think it's a big deal. I brought it up because of your experience.
Yeah,
but it'd be interesting. I don't know where this is happening. Probably California.
It's in L.A. Sebastian and I have a love-hate relationship.
You love him and he hates you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. No, I mean, it's, me too. I've had experiences with him too where he's really cool and other experiences where he's kind of a dick. So it's kind of the same thing. But it's still kind of cool to be able to say that, I've met him multiple times. And he is probably one of the best singers in rock. So regardless of what I say.
Yeah, he's still Sebastian fucking Bach.
Yeah.
Youth Gone
People
Wild,
love
baby.
to give him shit.
What's your favorite Skid Row song?
With
Sebastian Bach, of course.
Riot Act.
Riot Act? Okay, I like Mud Kicker.
I was actually gonna say either Mud Kicker or Riot Act.
Yeah, Mud Kicker's.
Anything? Oh, man, I gotta tell you,
Slave to the Grind is a great one too.
We could go on and on. What was the one?
They only have two albums, so they only have two albums with Sebastian.
3.
No.
Big Mex, I'm going to scold you right now.
They have
what's
the first one,
self-titled.
Yes, and they have
Slave to the Grind, and then what?
That's the only. Those are the only two.
Subhuman Race.
He wasn't on Subhuman Race.
Are you? Oh my God! Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Iron Will.
Let me check my trusty.
Breaking down the theme song from the Prophecy.
Let me check.
Remember that one?
Continue talking.
I'm going to keep talking. Let's see. We got. I went to that tour. I saw that tour in Seattle. I can't believe Mex. I'm very disappointed in this moment right now. We can also count the Besides Ourselves EP, which came out.
But we're not going.
We're not going to go EPs.
Yeah, we're not going to go that far back.
We're going to go. There was 3 full-length albums, and then Thick Skin came along with the other guy.
Let me see.
So now I don't even know what to say.
Let's go to the next topic. You continue with your thing.
I'm going to talk about stuff. So let's talk about people that are kind of like Sebastian. Let's talk about Nikki Sixx. They just announced that 6 a.m., of course, will be Nikki's main outlet now because Motley Crue will be gone after the end of this year.
That's
6
sad.
a.m. is going to release 2 albums in 2016. It's going to be a double album, but released in 2 slots. And they say it's going to be a heavier affair compared to their last album, Modern Vintage. And I'm happy about that because I didn't really like that album. And they said they're going to tour nonstop. And I'm not sure what that means because DJ Ashba said that they're going to tour nonstop, so that probably means there'll be no Guns N' Roses, even though they keep hinting that Guns N' Roses is supposed to have new material coming out any minute now. I'm watching Big Mex still.
All right, fuck
trying
you.
to find.
You know what?
Guess what?
You know what? Whatever, dude.
Really? That's actually probably my favorite Skid Row album.
Subhuman Race?
Yeah, I mean, Breaking Down alone is probably one of the best power ballads. You've never heard that song?
Never heard that album.
Oh my God. I cannot believe this is happening right now.
Well, because there was nothing
better than Slave to the Grind?
But nothing better than Slave to the Grind.
They took it a step further. It was a different style album altogether, but it was underproduced, which sometimes can be a disaster, but I dug it. Oh, that was great.
I'm gonna have to listen to it now.
Yeah, we're gonna go sit in the car and listen to it.
Yeah.
And
Which, by the way, I'm sorry to totally get you off track. What was the band that we just listened to a little while ago?
oh, the band that we just listened to a while ago on this show, they're called Fire from the Gods.
Okay.
And kind of a big deal. They got a slot on Knotfest. That's a huge deal.
That is a pretty huge deal.
They kind of were the chosen band from Sumerian's Headbang for the Highway concert series.
Uh-huh.
And so they're the ambassadors of that whole series. So what they're going to do is they're going to be touring throughout the U.S. headed towards Knotfest. And I keep seeing them say, hey, if you know a venue that wants to have our show, they're going to also be playing with another band that is also going to be headlining. There's 2 nights of Knotfest. So one band's going to headline one night, one band's going to headline the other one. The other band is escaping me right now what their name is, but both those bands are going to be coming the direction of Knotfest. So
Avatar did that last year, and they played
Adrenaline right before.
Like 25 people were there.
It's amazing sometimes where you're just shocked when there's not a full house when a band plays.
Yeah.
Screaming for Silence when they played Vamped. You know, I wanted there to be 300 people there, 500 people there.
Yeah.
I knew there wouldn't be, and so did they.
Yeah.
You know, they're a new band. They're unproven in this market, but you just hope that people will catch on. And that's the same thing. And if you just heard that song that I played, that we played, Fire from the Gods Eat, I think you're going to realize, wow, that band could be a huge band right now.
I'm assuming they're going to stop here in Vegas.
You know, they keep mentioning that they want to, like, hey, if you want us to play. I thought, you know, maybe we should mention Adrenaline to them.
You know, yeah, or maybe the House of Blues.
Or House of Blues, or somewhere, you know, somewhere they could play or get onto a show to kind of put it together where it's worth their while. Speaking of shows that are coming, and I mean, I might just have to muzzle you right now because you knew I was going to mention this, and right now you're like, what is he going to say?
Yeah.
I've been
I'm
talking
not
about
doing
a
it.
band.
I'm
going to go there. I'm going to go there.
Even.
I'm going to go there.
I'm going to turn your mic off.
My mic. I'm holding the mic to make sure it's on.
Oh, I can fade you down right here.
The Maine.
What was that?
That was me. I almost said that was me going down, but I wouldn't say that. No, The Maine. That's a band that I love, and you know, just because I love really
you keep
really
talking about
heavy
this.
rock,
I'm not going to talk about.
Doesn't mean I don't like really cool rock like The Maine. They're playing a free really.
I had to clear my throat.
That was the loudest cough. It didn't matter where you were, you could hear that.
No. Well,
anyways,
sorry about that.
The Maine are playing a free show at Green Valley Ranch at the District.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on August 30th.
Yeah.
Free.
Well, I'm going to be out of town.
F-R-E. Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of town.
I actually let them know that you'd be out of town so they could play in this fine city of ours.
Maybe you can have me on the podcast instead of me.
That would be actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Right about now, I was like, God, I really need to replace this guy. I don't know what to say after that.
I can't.
I mean, you cleared your throat. You got to have something to say.
I can't get into them, dude.
I don't expect you to.
I can get into other types of music.
No,
I work for an old school station. I can't get into these guys.
I am completely okay with people not being able to get into some things. I totally am. I understand it completely.
No, I do too.
And you know, when you listen to some of the stuff that I listen to normally, you wouldn't think I'd like a band like The Maine, but there's something about them. You know, certain bands just like touch you in a way. And
you want them to touch you.
Well, on August 30th, they might.
Yeah.
They might, but Brandy will be there, so hopefully she'll stop that from happening. Or
Mrs. Brandy, do you like The Maine? Yeah. Oh my God,
She's not obsessed. She's not obsessed like I am. Like I sing every word and all that. You know, actually, you know what? Talking about like you know, the band touching you.
What else you got in the next
No, listen. No, I'm actually going there. You're talking about like a band and touching, and then like your wife's there. What's about this thing up in Canada?
Oh, about what?
Stampede Festival?
Oh, yeah.
You seem to know a lot about it. So
I saw it like trending on Twitter and stuff like that, and I was like, what is this? Trampede is what it was being called, and what it was, I guess, this very wholesome girl decided to have a threesome out in public with 2 cowboys out in Calgary, and pretty much they did the Eiffel Tower tour. Right?
Bareback?
Yeah, sure, bareback.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You wish you were.
No, I don't. She looks pretty trampy because she did a video afterwards saying that she wasn't proud of what she did, but she didn't regret it. And
what are you going to say at that point?
And hey, more power to you. I once told this a very young lady one time. I said,
Wait, young lady.
Yeah,
you might want to reword that.
You shouldn't be smoking. Are you a vapor? You shouldn't be smoking that stuff because it's worse than smoking cigarettes. And her response was, I don't care.
Well, I mean, again, that's kind of like saying like, oh, I'm not proud of it, but I have no problem, saying that that's what I do.
And what can you say after that?
No, I mean, seriously, this girl got somebody shot video of her.
Yeah.
From what I could tell, some guy that was in an apartment that obviously was a stalker in the first place because he's sitting in his balcony waiting to shoot video.
I heard it was a lady who shot the video from
even better
from like this far. And if you look at the video, it's not very far away that she shot the video.
That is true. It might have been a street urchin of some sort that was lucky enough to get a cell phone.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty close video. It makes you wonder, seriously, maybe somebody else was shooting this video that they knew. And this is all just a part of the ruse.
Oh, one of the slants of the Eiffel Tower part. One of the guys, actually, finger cuffs. Anyway,
Yes, I've seen them.
Yes.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah. So one of the guys was actually shooting video from a POV.
Really?
Yeah. So it was you could tell in the video that was shot from a distance.
Yeah.
That the guy. He was shooting from a POV.
Wasn't GoPro invented for threesomes?
I don't know.
As far as I know, that's what I heard somewhere, that GoPro was actually invented for threesomes.
Who knows?
Right now you're thinking like, is he telling the truth?
No.
It's a good idea anyways.
Yeah, sure.
Jumping around. Jump. Deftones.
Yes.
Deftones are coming to Vegas.
Yes. I'm kind of
Brooklyn
excited.
Bowl. And I think it's a Deftones only show. I think it's an evening with Deftones from what I can tell.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping they'd bring along somebody like The Refused or something like that with them. And you never know, it could happen. But that's going to be right after Knotfest. So anybody going to Knotfest, you'll be able to recuperate for one day. And then on Tuesday, the 27th of October, you'll be able to see Deftones over at the Brooklyn Bowl, which I am going to do, which means we got it covered.
Yeah, definitely we got it covered. Maybe we'll hit up, maybe we'll get a bowling lane.
We could only hope. But we're going to behave this time because the last time we got a bowling lane, we talked about this before, didn't we?
I don't know.
We don't remember anything.
I remember most of it.
Oh, bullshit. You said you didn't remember.
I don't remember. I remember very little getting home.
Oh, okay. I just remember that I had pictures on my phone of a fully lit Brooklyn Bowl with all the equipment being taken off the stage, and somehow I was still there.
Yeah, we were still hanging out I got picks.
Yeah.
Like guitar picks and stuff. My buddy who works sound over there, works he works the back line. He goes, "Hey, Max." I said, "What's up?" And he's like, "Here," and had some picks.
Oh, it's good to know that you got some guitar picks.
Well, he's like, "Take them to your boys," because
that's cool.
I give my boys
See,
all the stuff.
You always have that out. It's okay.
Shut up. Quit being a hater.
My son, on the other hand, here's some guitar picks. I don't want them.
Really?
Oh yeah, he wouldn't want them.
He would want them.
He wouldn't want them.
Oh, why? He's not into music like you are?
Not like I am.
You and Brandy are? Brandy?
He likes music, but he's just not obsessive,
Yeah.
which is okay. I mean, I'm more obsessive than most people I know.
What does he obsess over? Like, what is his thing?
Gamer.
He's a gamer, huh?
He's a gamer.
Why doesn't he fucking do video game reviews for us?
He's just not that guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's just not that guy. I mean, I would love for that to happen.
He works in a bar, so I'm assuming he's over 21.
You know where he actually works?
Where?
Right where we're standing.
He works at this PT's.
He's the cook.
He's a cook here at PT's.
At this PT's. So, listeners, if you head over to the Foothills, which is on...
Did he cook sloppy tots here?
The sloppy tits. He's not working tonight. So he's not making the sloppy tits. But he works at this Trop in Fort Apache location. So if you come here on the right time and you say, I'd like Jalen to bring out my food. I know, I almost fucked up my own son's name. He'll bring out your food. So just say, I'd like Jalen to bring out my food. And you can tip him kindly.
May I speak to the chef, please?
Oh. Compliments to the chef on these sloppy tits. Anyways, what do you got, Max?
I don't know. Do I have anything else besides possibly playing another song?
You want to play another song right now?
Yeah, let's play another song right now.
I'm all for it. So usually I'm the guy who tells you about the song.
You know what? Real quick, I just want to say that this is why I'm making this kind of quick. I want to enjoy the beer. I want to sit back and enjoy the beer. I want to get work over and done with so we can just hang out and just chill out.
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it.
And
So if you feel rushed, audience,
yeah,
it's because we want to hang out.
We want to hang out.
We need some alone time.
And I was mentioning, and maybe this is possible, maybe somebody we know who can make this happen, mouthwash flavored beer.
So mouthwash flavored beer. You know what? I have a speech impediment suddenly that is
no,
attacked me.
I had it last week, dude. I understand.
You did. I actually, yeah, this is troubling. But so you want mouthwash flavored beer, not beer flavored mouthwash.
Mouthwash? No. You're right. I want a beer flavored mouthwash.
You know, I just found some.
It's in your glass. Without smelling like beer, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to do for you there. Near beer, but that still smells like beer.
Still smells like beer.
Yeah, I think you're just got to drink as much beer as possible, and then take a breath mint, and then hope that nobody will notice.
Okay.
Kind of what you do, anyways.
No, well, come on. Now the cops are gonna come looking for me.
I'm pretty sure the cops are already looking for you. So
Yeah.
anything I say won't make.
I don't
any
drink.
bit of
You don't know.
difference.
I don't drink a lot, really.
I do know that.
Yeah. I used to drink a lot.
BigMex does not drink a lot. I
you-
drink more than BigMex.
Have you ever seen me drunk before?
I've seen you well buzz
At other events.
At other
places.
events?
Like, did I grope you?
just once.
Just one.
It was okay.
That's all right.
I mean, just once, and you wonder if it was an accident.
I was-
Twice, then you kind of know.
I think I was in college at the time.
I think it was some kind of camp where Boy Scouts hang out. But I'm gonna play.
You know what? When we come back, I'm going to tell you my theory on Boy Scouts.
Oh boy,
All
I know
right.
you have an opinion on
Yeah,
this.
I have an
already knew
opinion
that.
on everything. You know that.
Yes, you do. This is a band out of Fort Lauderdale. They are called Oblivious Signal. This is a song called Crash off an album called Exordium. And I think you're going to enjoy it. And if you're a Spanish-speaking listener of this show, singer Cristina Feliciano, she also sings in Spanish. Not on this version, but she sings everything in Spanish as well.
I wonder if she's related to Jose.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't believe they are related.
You never know. We're
So-
all related somehow.
We are.
You better believe.
Except you and I.
Yeah.
This is Oblivious Signal, and this is Volume 11 Music, BigMex and Jamie Show.
Holy shit!
I don't know what happened.
You know what? At first I thought, okay, because we were talking about power outages a little while ago.
I know. I was wondering, like, did we get one?
And there was. I turned around to see. I knew automatically what had happened after I realized it wasn't a power outage because no other lights in the place were off. I was like, God damn it! Somebody fucking tripped over the extension cord back here. And when I got up to go back there, Jamie automatically goes, God damn it! You took us off the.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm the hothead. You were gonna kick somebody's ass, dude.
Well,
real quick. I'm just gonna say.
I come here enough where
and he called the
shenanigans.
He called the guy out by his name too. I was like, oh, I guess Jamie knows this guy. He's fixing to whoop his ass. And but what were we talking about?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. We were talking about Hellyeah.
Yeah, Hellyeah, and how Kevin Churko and is gonna put his golden touch on their next album.
We're talking about Finger 11 coming back.
Yeah,
as
Finger
well.
11. Yeah, so
Speaking
we weren't
of
really
fingers.
talking about really anything that big. So, you know what? We kind of mentioned Saint Asonia right before that, and I was posting songs, new music to our website via YouTube.
Yeah.
And I saw Saint Asonia's full set from Rock on the Range or Rockville or something like that.
Oh, really?
So, and I should have posted it, but I didn't get around to it. I was just so busy doing other stuff and, just trying to concentrate on the website and doing 20 million things at one time with the website. And
did you check out the set?
I did not. I checked out.
Okay.
I checked out a little bit of the first song, and it sounded good. They seemed for their first show ever, for their first set ever, live set ever, they did really well.
They seem more subdued than any of the other bands.
They looked a little like reserved.
I don't know what the reasoning is there necessarily. Like Gontier seems a little bit more just reserved than he ever was before.
No,
Even the way he sings is more reserved. But the thing that gets me on those songs is the hooks.
Yeah.
It's like those songs aren't necessarily heavy songs, but there's something about those choruses and those hooks that's what gets me about their songs.
And Mike Mushock has his guitar riffs and hooks and stuff like that are just so catchy. Like, you can't not feel something for it, and you can't not watch the guy play. You ever seen him play before?
No.
I
have, but I haven't, not enough to be able to.
He's all over the place. Even with Stained, he it's like watching like Metallica and Tubular Bells or something, like Aaron Lewis just kind of stands there and just sings, and Mike Mushock is just fucking rocking out. His hair's going everywhere.
So that's where all the melody's coming from.
Yeah. So
no, I mean that's cool because that's what he's definitely must be what's bringing that to Saint Asonia.
Yeah,
I'm still super excited to hear that album, and I think it's one of those albums that it's not going to necessarily like slap you in the face as heavy.
Yeah,
but like the new Breaking Benjamin, it's the tunes, it's the songs, it's the choruses. If you hear enough of those in a row, sometimes you don't need super heavy. A band that came out a couple years ago, Girl on Fire, they're pretty unknown. They're from Seattle, and they've been struggling to really make a name for themselves. If you check out their album, they only have one full-length album, Girl on Fire.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's titled. Every song is like that. It's like this huge chorus and hook, but it's not heavy. It's just like a great rock record.
Uh-huh.
So checking out that album would be very smart if you like rock music.
Yeah. So Aaron Lewis came out just like today or yesterday and said, and I'm going to use my best Aaron Lewis imitation. Don't expect Stain to do very much in the near future. This was my response when I read that. Really?
I didn't hear a word you said because you were doing the Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Something about a few years, don't expect anything from Stain?
Yes, don't expect anything from Stain
in
the near future. Well, what I heard last time when they played here is the only reason they did that tour was because the original drummer sued the band and they had to pay him. So they did the tours so the band, the Stained name, could pay off the drummer. And
wow.
And that nobody wanted to do the tour.
That wasn't the 48 Hours show.
No, that was the Stain show I'm talking about was the last one over here at the Pearl.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to that one. I thought their 48 Hours show was actually really pretty good.
You mean the Rock Vegas show?
Rock Vegas, I'm sorry. They put out that last album that was way heavier than a lot of people have heard.
Yeah,
Stain.
the white cover with the black blue thing
Right,
on
people,
it. Yeah.
Old Stain was really heavy, and then they came out with all the, it's been a while, and, people were like, oh, they're like soft band.
Yeah.
And then they came out with something a little bit more rocking. I like that album a lot.
Aaron Lewis said that was the label that made them do those albums. And then once they were free from their label, they were going to do another album that was heavy, and that was the album that came out.
Okay, so they wanted them to be that It's Been a While band.
Yes.
Which is typical. Every single band that has a hit with a slow song suddenly becomes, oh, you got to play, let's make another album full of that.
Yeah.
Which is always a shame, and it kills the band really fast.
It does. 14 Shades of Grey was really a soft album.
Yeah,
It had a couple of good songs, but it was, for the most part, pretty pussified.
Yeah, it never really was my cup of tea, I guess I should say. It's Stain. But that last album I did like a lot.
So, yeah, and then for him to say that don't expect anything from Stain in the near future, I know, because now you're SOL because, and I like Aaron Lewis. I like him a lot. I think he's a great artist. But, and I totally believe in what he stands for, for like America and stuff like that. But now that you're a guitar player, pretty much the heart and soul of where you're getting your nut from is now off doing something else that sounds really cool
with another powerhouse
singer. And now you're a little bit, you're left in,
you're second in line at this point.
Take a number, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, people want to hear Adam sing again.
Yeah.
And as much as, I've heard some good reviews of the new 3 Days Grace shows with their replacement singer, and
but nobody knows the difference.
Adam.
Nobody knows the difference though.
Well, but they do. It's not Adam. Adam has a certain way, and it's
I don't know. When I saw him at the 48 Hours,
yeah,
I was not impressed whatsoever. And I was shooting the show, so I was standing there and I'm shooting the show. I'm like, does this guy move? I think
it was his low point.
You think so?
I really do, because
he
didn't even look like the same guy.
You mean mentally?
I think he was going through shit. I know he was going through shit. And I've said this before, I think, when you look at Adam Gontier and you look at every album that they've ever released when they were 3 Days Grace, the guy does not look like the same guy. He, for 1 second, he's like overweight and, has long hair. The next one, he looks like Scott Weiland. The next one, looks like a regular Joe. The next one, he looks like an overweight guy.
So you think he's trying to find himself?
I know he had some issues, and more power to him, fixing those issues. But even when I see promo pictures of San Antonio, honestly, when I look at that promo shot, I'm like, which one is Adam? I mean, seriously, it's like he changes so much, and I'm not sure if it's just his mentality or his.
But you know who did that also was Scott Weiland.
Yeah,
Scott Weiland changed his look continuously.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him with Velvet Revolver playing the Old Joint, and he had a fucking full beard. But he came out. I mean, Scott Weiland is the top 3-4 frontman of all time in my book. He came out and he fucking just and God damn it! And I'm totally getting off on something else. Like just watching him digress.
Well, it pisses us off.
He does
as
totally
fans of him and knowing that he is one of the top. To see him do that just pisses.
Or was.
But you see somebody like, it's like the people who saw Jim Morrison go down that road, or, some of these guys who are just like classics that nobody else could ever match. And you see him go down that road and you know what's going to happen. I understand that now. You saw that. But I mean, even like today, there was a report that Scott said that he really respects his former Velvet Revolver bandmates. Not saying STP, but Velvet Revolver. It makes you wonder, is like Scott, in his mind, the way it works, like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'd like to do Velvet Revolver again. Like, he doesn't quite get it. Like, oh, no, nobody's going to play with you, man.
Yeah.
In his mind, I think he sees it as, oh, I'm sure they'd want to play with me if I say nice things. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, especially those Guns N' Roses guys, they've been through that shit.
Yeah.
And they're not ready to get into it again.
No, they're not. They don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they're all doing really well by themselves. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I would hope, in a way, it would be great if the Velvet Revolver gig could get Scott out of the murky hell that he's in.
Yeah.
And somebody could just save him from that.
Yeah.
I think it could be those guys, because you think of somebody like Duff, who has really made the best of recovery, and even Slash.
And he's all about helping others.
And Duff is, I think if anybody would be, I think Duff would be the guy to help him, and even Matt Sorum.
Slash doesn't, in my
Slash
opinion,
is about Slash.
Yeah, no, and that's fine because he's already gone through it. He doesn't have to. He shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to worry about babysitting another fucking egotistical, drug-riddled rock singer. You know what I mean? Even though Slash was part of the drugs, at least he's like, you know what? That's not me anymore.
He cleaned up his life, but I do think somebody like Duff could be the guy to take Scott Weiland out of it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, my wife called me obsessed with STP because I was watching.
You are kind of.
I am, and I think I became more obsessed after seeing that really bad performance of Vaseline. And because those because that album is one of the best rock albums ever, and for me to see the guy who made it what it was to just kill it, I mean, like not in a good way, just destroy it
in a bad
way. It's just like
when
it's heartbreaking.
Vaseline is the type of song where an amateur singer can make it sound good.
Yeah.
And so when you then hear Scott Weiland, who was the guy who sang it, and he kills it in a bad way, it's like, oh man. I mean, that's just sad.
I watched a concert from you remember Rolling Rock Beer had a festival?
I believe so.
Out in PA somewhere, whatever the city that beer's brewed at. And there was easily 40, 50,000 people there. And Scott Weiland came out dressed up as Rob Halford from Breaking the Law.
I do believe I remember that.
And he came out, he was he was fucking on it, man. He was just doing his Scott Weiland thing, and the band was looking good, and they sounded on point, and I'm like, God damn it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw Stone Temple Pilots a couple times, and the last time I saw them was in Alaska, of all places, and they killed it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was still that just spot on Scott Weiland.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that massacre of Vaseline?
6 months.
And I'm still we're still talking about how bad that was.
It hasn't got better. I mean, that's the thing. If Scott Weiland now was that was in the past, and okay, I look at somebody. That's a bad example, but. Okay, I look at somebody like Andy Biersack from Black Veil Brides. Okay. Say what you will, but the guy had a kind of a mini meltdown in some different venues where he was fucking up and this and that, and he got his shit together. Now they're doing great, blah, blah, blah. You look at Danny Worsnop. Yes, he is a drunken mess, but he was a seriously ready to die drunken mess when he fell off a stage in front of thousands of people, and the crowd had to come up and sing for him. These guys come back from it. And you're seeing Weiland, which is 10 times the talent of any of those guys, who has 10 times the resources of any of those guys, can't get his shit together. Nobody seems to be able to help him. It's like, what is going on? The guy can barely walk up on stage by himself.
He's so up and down, though.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You're.
I wish I could help him. I wish I could actually say, hey Scott, come on, see us in Vegas here. And just hang out with the guy and get him out.
Dry him out, yeah.
But I don't know. At this point, I don't know if it's drugs. I don't know if it's methadone. I don't know if it's what.
It's probably like oxy,
But it could be methadone. It could be that he is actually not using the actual drug, but he's using the help for the drug. I've seen it, and it's a shame. It's just as bad as the drug sometimes.
That's too bad.
I don't know. We can go on and on about Scott Weiland.
This can be,
have actually.
Scott Weiland can be a whole show, 2 shows.
One day we're gonna get him cornered.
Yeah,
we're gonna shake some
sense. And he, and I'll tell him, say, hey, you say you have. If I ever get the chance to interview him, I'll say, look, you've said before you haven't shot heroin in however many years, but what else have you taken?
What's going on?
What's going on?
There's something. I mean, don't lie to us because there's something going on.
Your fans aren't stupid.
Yeah.
So whatever. Let's move on to something else. What were we talking about before we were talking about Scott Weiland?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. See, I knew you were gonna see that. That's an unfair move right there.
Is that the unfair move?
Because you knew very well you had no clue what we were talking about.
But remember when we started this, I said your job is to reel me back in.
Yeah, well, we started that, but not this episode. We didn't
No.
start this episode that way.
When was the last time we went off the cuff?
Totally dry with no lube?
It just has been a long time.
It's been a really long time. But I'm still trying to think of the hall pass question. Remember
Really?
I told you? I mean, it was a while back, but I'm still trying to come up with it. You know, I feel... Olivia Wilde.
Okay.
Olivia Wilde. Everybody know who that is?
I know.
You know who Olivia Wilde is?
If you tell me who she is, I'll be like,
She was in Tron. She was the girl in Tron.
Okay.
She was. She's been in a lot of movies, and she's married to Jason Sudeikis,
That dude is
Which-
so fucking funny.
and he's so fucking funny. And you know what? That proves right there that funny guys can get the absolute knockouts, because she is an absolute knockout.
Yeah.
And so if Mex, you don't know who Olivia Wilde is, but most of our listeners probably do. But if you don't, look her up right now.
I'm more concerned with the local talent.
See, I can't do that because A, B, C, and D. My wife is right here.
But it's a hall pass.
Yeah, but hall passes. Okay, for most married couples, hall passes don't work for people who are in the same city as you.
Bullshit.
Well,
it's a fucking hall pass.
In this marriage,
Mrs. Jamie,
Oh, here we
Mrs. Jamie.
Brand.
I got a question for you. If his hall pass was local, would that be okay? Oh, see, then it's not a fucking
Listeners,
hall pass.
I know you've heard that.
It's not a hall pass then.
And I would also like to put out the full disclaimer that I didn't allude to
This
the
is
fact.
this is not his question. This is my
Yeah,
question.
that was not me at all. I'm getting the you're fucked look.
His hall passes are not local.
None of them.
My hall passes are local.
And he thought that everybody should be.
Why not? Then it's not a real hall pass. Let's say it again. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's just put it out there right now. If you've ever seen a cartoon where the characters, like eyebrows and eyes, come off the top of their head, that's what I just did right now. And right now, Brand probably shouldn't tell me whatever it is.
I want to know what y'all are talking about.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh,
it's all right.
That doesn't count.
Okay. It's Corey Taylor, which he's
That's her
somewhat
hall pass.
local. I thought
he
for
lives in
sure.
Vegas, but he's not local. He's not like the guy that bags the groceries over at Smith's.
She's like, oh, yeah, him too.
Yeah,
But
which reminds me.
he's the guy that washes the apples. Jeez. You should see it when it happens.
See, because I told him that my hall passes, if I had any,
Is everybody from Fox 5 News.
would be Rachel Smith, Cassandra Jones, and that's about it. She does the weather on the morning news on Fox, and Rachel Smith does like the entertainment on More on Fox. Yeah, well, come on.
No.
I don't think those are his type.
Mine is Shannon Moore.
Yeah, Shannon Moore. Cassandra Jones and Rachel Smith are both busty blondes, but I do like the white. I do like the blue-eyed devils. I like them. I'll be honest with you. What? Huh? No, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all.
I've never seen Mex be ashamed, so
Yeah,
don't worry
of
about that.
anything. No,
I really haven't.
Don't ever worry about me being ashamed.
But yeah, both of his news crushes. Oh, Brandy's looking him up right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? She's probably starting with Shannon Moore.
She's gonna look him
But,
up on Facebook.
I know. She's like,
Shannon
I'm going to
Moore-
friend you, and I'm going to make sure you're
Shannon-
shamed.
Shannon Moore is the girl next door with brunette hair and green eyes.
God damn it, you're
Yeah.
getting me in trouble again.
She's going to find out anyway. She might as well find out from me, right?
Damn it. But I also said Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, he also said Olivia Wilde, which I don't know who the hell that is, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right.
Black eyes?
Black.
Did you say black guys or black guys? Guys. Special K?
Special K.
I know. I heard black eyes or black guys. I couldn't tell. Light eyes. Gotcha. Light skinned. Okay.
Light-skinned, did it?
Olive.
Yeah, Olive. There you go.
Oliver.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Yeah.
Mario Lopez
Oh God, how can chicks like that guy?
or Dave
Seriously.
Navarro. I mean, they're both cool.
Oh, you didn't hear my story about Dave Navarro. Oh, I'll tell you the story about Dave Navarro later on.
Okay. Can't wait.
So, What was that look for? She totally dissed your hall pass, dude.
She's probably not looking at the right person.
Let me see.
I mean, is she a fox in Las Vegas? Because yes. She's like not even a mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah?
that's her. That's her.
How is she not good looking?
She's good looking. Not my type.
So how am I in trouble?
Look up Cassandra Jones.
Oh.
Look up Cassandra Jones and Rachel Smith from
go
Fox
cry.
5.
This is coming off the rails very quickly.
Really quickly and going nowhere fast.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We might want to rope this in.
So, yeah. Should we? I mean, it's 20 minutes just this segment.
I'm ready to
Just
rope
this
it in and
has-
tie it up and
Put a package
spit
on
on it.
Put a
and
bow
put
in
it right in.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
Oh. Well, I also did say that the microphone was doing something weird one time, but I thought you saw it when it happened today. I just wanted to let you know I accidentally hit my chin hair on the microphone and it made me jump because I wasn't expecting it.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so again, I don't remember what I said way back when the microphone actually I heard.
You know what? It doesn't matter what we've said. It's it matters what we're gonna say right now, and that is gonna be thank you for listening.
Thank you so much,
and we'll see you next week right here on Volume11Music.com. BigMex and Jamie show.
See you guys.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.